Hi, my name's Albert Geigel and I'm the principal of MW Partners, Specialist Dental Accountants. We have offices in both Victoria and Queensland, and we look after the accounting and taxation affairs for dentists, dental specialists and dental practice owners. Today what I'm going to do is talk about personal services income. Now, this is income that an individual taxpayer earns predominantly as a direct reward for their personal labour and skills. That's the definition. That's obviously what a dentist does. They're getting paid for a service, and it's from their personal skills that they're doing. Okay, if you earn the same sort of income through a company or a trust, it does not change the nature of that income. So many contracting dentists ask me, oh look, would I save money if I operated through a trust or a company? The answer is no, because the tax office, while allowing you to use a company or a trust, says that if it's from your personal services, the income that comes into the company must end up flowing out of the company to you as income or profits. So you're not able to keep any profits in the company to take advantage of that 27.5% or 30% tax rate. The same thing through a trust. You must have all the profit distributed to you. You can't distribute to spouses or family or anything like that. One of the easiest tests is how much income is earned while the dentist is away from the practice. So if you're a sole trader, very, very unlikely that you're going to be able to meet that type of test, because the income's obviously generated by you. It's not from the business as a whole. And this is one of the definitions that the tax office look at. They look at whether you are in the personal services income space, but are you a personal services business? Now, for a personal services business, what you need is more than one full-time equivalent of you. So that's another dentist. If you work 3 days a week, have another dentist that works 3 days a week. When you're away from the practice, that dentist will continue to work. You will continue to make money from that business. Therefore, you'll pass the personal services income tests. Okay? One of the things that we do when we utilise a trust is that we change the nature of that income from personal services to an admin service income, and that allows us to have profit in the service trust that is available to be distributed to other parties. With contracting dentists, and many of them understand this, if you've got to pass what's known as an 80% test to see if, as a contractor, you get stuck with personal services income. So most people look at this 80% and believe that once they've passed the 80%, they've actually passed the test, whereas that's not correct. What happens is, firstly, is what's known as a results test. So under that test, you've got three factors, okay? So one of them, are you paid to achieve a particular result? So most dentists can answer yes to that one, because they're paid to fix a tooth, treat a patient, etc. They're paid to get a result. They're not paid on an hourly rate or something like that. Second bit is, are you liable for rectifying any defects? Again, for most dentists, they're able to say yes. If I've got a patient complaint, if I've got an issue, the filling falls out, those type of things, yeah, I'm responsible to rectify that mistake. But it's usually the third one that catches them. Do you need to provide all of the equipment that is necessary to do the work? That's where you can't, because that's the surgery that's providing all of that. So for most dentists, that's where they're going to fall down. they're going to fail the results test, so they then need to go to the 80% test. So the test is really easy. Do you earn more than 80% of your income from one place? If you do, that's it. It's all personal services income. If it's less than 80% from anyone, so you actually work at 2 surgeries, then you've got 3 tests and you just have to pass one of them. So you've got the unrelated clients test, you've got the employment test, and you've got the business premises test. The unrelated clients test, right, says, are the services provided to 2 or more clients? Usually that'll be yes. You might see hundreds of patients. So that side will be fine. But in addition to that, it must be as a direct result of you advertising to the public for those services. Now that'll usually not be the case because that'll be the dental surgery that you're contracted to. So in most cases, the unrelated clients test will be a fail. If you fail that one, it's going to be almost impossible to get past the next 2. So the employment test means you can employ someone else to do the work for you. That's rarely going to be the case because the surgery is going to want you to personally perform those procedures and everything else. That's why they're engaging you. So very rare to pass the employment test. Lastly is the business premises test, and that is, do you maintain and use business premises exclusively for you and your work? Again, unless you're actually the practice owner, it's going to be extremely unlikely that you're going to pass that test. So for most dentists, where you're contracting, you're unlikely to pass the personal services income test, which means that there is no benefit in forming into a company, no benefit to being a trust. You're stuck with the 40% income that you generate with all legitimate deductions. So no transferring off to anybody else. If you're a practice owner, then it's a matter of making sure you're properly structured and you're able to utilise a service trust. Hope you found that to be informative, and look forward to our next episode where I'm going through a 20-point checklist on the financial health of your dental practice.